Welcome back to CGK, Curiosities about General Knowledge. Today, we'll be exploring the fascinating world of the Sun, our nearest star. Join us as we uncover 5 surprising facts about the Sun that will leave you amazed. Curiosity 1: Solar flares. Solar flares are massive explosions that occur on the Sun's surface, releasing a tremendous amount of energy in the form of electromagnetic radiation and charged particles. These explosions are caused by the sudden release of magnetic energy that has been built up in the Sun's atmosphere. Solar flares are typically classified based on their X-ray brightness, with the most powerful flares classified as X-class. These flares can be billions of times more powerful than a nuclear bomb and can release energy equivalent to millions of volcanic eruptions. The effects of solar flares can be felt on Earth in a number of ways. They can cause disturbances in the Earth's magnetic field, which can lead to geomagnetic storms and auroras. They can also disrupt communication systems and power grids, causing widespread blackouts and communication outages. Despite their potential for causing disruptions, solar flares also have some positive effects on Earth. They can help to produce the ozone layer, which protects us from harmful UV radiation, and they can also provide a source of energy for spacecraft and satellites. Scientists continue to study solar flares in order to better understand their causes and effects. Studying solar flares can also help us to better prepare for and mitigate the impacts of space weather on our technological infrastructure. Curiosity 2: Fusion reactions. Fusion reactions are the nuclear reactions that power the Sun and all stars. These reactions occur when atomic nuclei come together and merge, forming a heavier nucleus and releasing a large amount of energy in the process. In the Sun, fusion reactions occur primarily between hydrogen atoms, which combine to form helium. This process releases a tremendous amount of energy in the form of light and heat, which is what provides the energy that sustains life on Earth. Fusion reactions are incredibly powerful, but they are also very difficult to achieve here on Earth. In order to create fusion reactions, we need to heat hydrogen to millions of degrees Celsius and compress it to incredible pressures. Scientists are working on developing fusion reactors, which could provide a nearly limitless source of clean energy. One of the biggest challenges in achieving fusion reactions is the fact that atomic nuclei repel each other due to their positive charges. In order for fusion to occur, the nuclei need to overcome this repulsion and come close enough together for the strong nuclear force to take effect. Despite these challenges, scientists continue to work on developing new techniques for achieving fusion reactions. If successful, fusion could revolutionize the way we generate energy, providing a safe, clean, and nearly limitless source of power. Curiosity 3: Sunspots. Sunspots are dark, cooler regions on the Sun's surface that are caused by fluctuations in its magnetic field. They appear darker because they are cooler than the surrounding areas, which are heated by the Sun's intense radiation. Sunspots can vary in size from just a few kilometers across to as large as the Earth. They typically last for days or weeks, but some can persist for months. The number of sunspots on the Sun's surface varies over an 11-year cycle, with periods of high and low activity. Sunspots are important because they are often associated with solar flares and other space weather events. The strong magnetic fields in sunspots can create intense magnetic storms, which can cause disruptions in the Earth's magnetic field and impact our communication and power systems. Despite their potential for causing disruptions, sunspots are also fascinating objects to study. They provide valuable clues about the Sun's magnetic field and how it changes over time. Scientists are constantly monitoring sunspots to better understand the Sun and its impact on our planet. In addition to sunspots, the Sun's surface also contains other interesting features, such as solar prominences and coronal loops. These features are also related to the Sun's magnetic field and are important for understanding how the Sun behaves and how it affects our planet. Curiosity 4: Solar wind. Solar wind is a stream of charged particles that flows from the Sun's corona, its outermost atmosphere, out into space. The solar wind is made up mostly of protons and electrons, with smaller amounts of heavier ions. The solar wind is constantly flowing out from the Sun, and its speed and density can vary depending on the Sun's activity. During periods of high activity, such as solar flares or coronal mass ejections, the solar wind can be more intense and have a greater impact on our planet. The solar wind is responsible for creating and maintaining the Earth's magnetosphere, the region around the Earth that is influenced by its magnetic field. The magnetosphere helps to protect us from the solar wind and other space weather events. However, the solar wind can also have negative effects on our technology. Intense solar wind can cause geomagnetic storms, which can disrupt communication systems and power grids. Scientists are studying the solar wind in order to better understand these effects and to develop ways to mitigate them. In addition to its impact on Earth, the solar wind also plays an important role in the dynamics of the solar system. It interacts with the magnetic fields of other planets, and its effects can be seen throughout the solar system. Overall, the study of solar wind is an important field of research for understanding the behavior of the Sun and its impact on our planet and beyond. Curiosity 5: The Age of the Sun. The age of the Sun is estimated to be about 4.6 billion years old. This estimate is based on measurements of the radioactive decay of certain isotopes found in meteorites, which are believed to have formed at around the same time as the Sun. By measuring the ratio of isotopes in these meteorites, scientists can determine how long ago they formed, and thus get an estimate of the age of the Sun. Knowing the age of the Sun is important because it helps us to understand the history of the solar system and the processes that led to its formation. The Sun was born out of a collapsing cloud of gas and dust, and as it formed, it swept up much of the remaining material in its orbit, which eventually coalesced into the planets, moons, and other objects in our solar system. As the Sun ages, it is expected to undergo changes in its structure and behavior. For example, it is currently in the main sequence phase of its life, where it fuses hydrogen into helium in its core. However, as it runs out of hydrogen fuel, it will begin to fuse helium into heavier elements, causing it to expand into a red giant and then eventually collapse into a white dwarf. These changes will have significant impacts on the planets in the solar system, and may even make life on Earth impossible. Studying the age of the Sun and its evolution over time is an important area of research in astronomy and astrophysics. By understanding the processes that govern the behavior of stars like the Sun, scientists can gain insights into the formation and evolution of not just our solar system, but other star systems as well. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content. Thank you for watching.